It's a nice sunny afternoon and I'm going to cook one of my favorite recipe, that is a fish curry. Now this was one of the first recipes that my mom taught me because I always used to ask her, make this every day. So she said, why don't I teach you? So I'm calling it my mom's fish curry. How to do it? First let's have a pan here. While it's heating, I'm going to add some oil to it. You can also add some coconut oil if you wish. And I've got some tuna fish dans with me. This is with the bone. So this kind of fish cut is called a dan. So I've got some nice tuna fish, freshly caught. To this I'm adding some salt, some turmeric, some chili powder, and a little bit of the tamarind paste. I'm just going to rub all this. You can also add lemon juice. So let this sit and marinate for 5 to 10 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's begin with the curry. So once my oil is hot, I'm going to first start with some fenugreek seeds. It's also called methi seed locally in India. And once I can see that they're crackling, time to add some mustard seeds, a little bit of the cumin seeds, some peppercorns. So this is a typical coastal fish preparation. You know, India, 3/4 of the country is covered by sea. So we get plenty of variety of fish cooked in different ways all throughout the Indian coast. So this is the masalas that is in. I'm going to add some chopped onions, teaspoon of ginger garlic paste to it, and now let's just saute it for a while. Curry leaves, so some curry leaves that I'm added to this. And as my usual technique goes, I always like adding a bit of salt towards the start of the dish. It helps it cook faster and extracts maximum flavors. Some slit green chillies, spicy. Actually, we make this dish slightly spicy, so I'm adding a bit more. But if you don't like it too spicy, you can just add 1 or 2 chilies at the max. And the onion just has to be translucent. It doesn't have to really get pink or brown. So once this is in, it's time to add some red chili powder, some turmeric powder, and some chopped ginger. So once this is cooking, a little bit of the chopped tomatoes, so good amount of coconut milk. So as you can see, there are not too many masalas into this, very simple, clean flavors. And the fish that I marinated some time back, that goes in. What you can also do is you can sear the fish on a pan and then add to it. But you know, personally I like it this way because then what happens is, as it is cooking in the gravy, the entire flavors of the fish are all absorbed into the curry and the fish is actually poaching into the dish. Again, a little bit of the slow cooking, because with fish what you need to avoid is high temperatures, because fish has got a very delicate meat. So if you're going to cook it at a very high heat, it's going to make it tough, whereas I want it juicy, nice and succulent. So once the fish is in, I'm just going to put a lid on it, reduce the temperature to a poaching simmering point so it doesn't bubble vigorously, and let it cook for 5 to 6 minutes. That's what you require for fish. So my fish curry is cooking here, but I'm going to add a secret ingredient to it, which my mom taught me. It lends a beautiful sour and sweet taste to it, and that's a raw mango. And I'm in my garden today and it's season for mangoes. So what's best other than plucking up a fresh raw mango? Look at that. Look at that. There's the juices coming out. So I'm going to de-skin this mango now. So I'm just going to remove the skin, rather peel off the skin of the mango. If it wasn't the mango season, my mom would use tamarind to give the sourness. Slice it, cut them into fine slivers. That's good enough. So this is my mom's secret ingredient while making a fish curry. If it was not the mango season, as I said, you can use tamarind, you can use lemon juice, you can also use kokum. This is a fruit which is very traditional to India. These are dried plums, in fact, which tend to go sour, and if it's a summer month, that's really great. So the water from this kokum, as it's locally called, goes into my curry along with the mangoes. And now I'm just going to flip over my fish very lightly since it's very delicate. So they are almost cooked. Some nice freshly chopped coriander to this. Stir it all in. Let me taste it once. The nice amount of tang, which is what I would love. Another 2 to 3 minutes on the fish. My fish curry is ready. It's a dish that I've made it so often that I even don't need to check if the fish is cooked. But if you need to, you can always, insert a small knife edge through it and check the meat. Yes, it is cooked. So let's take the fish out first. You can also use boneless, like a salmon, kingfish, or a pomfret. You should use a firm flesh fish. You can actually cook prawns the same way like this. It's a very, very home style dish. So no fine cutting, chopping here. Few chillies on top, some nice coriander leaves on it, and the dish is ready. I can't wait to taste it once again. Exactly like my mom makes it. Spicy and pungent. As I said, you can reduce it, but a simple, humble dish, and I'm sure it's going to make my mom proud.